Приветствую всех наших сегодняшних зрителей. Мы снова с вами, снова вернулись с нашими восхитительными, конечно же, вебинарами. Надеемся, что вы по нам скучали, мы по вам очень. Поэтому мы ждем от вас сегодня активности. Надеемся, понравимся. И надеемся, что новый сезон будет еще более интересный для вас, еще более познавательный, опять-таки, для вас. К нам наконец-то пришло тепло, а это значит ощущение долгожданного лета, когда хочется отдыхать, когда хочется загорать, купаться в море, в озере, в речке, в любом водоеме, и, конечно же, чувствовать себя свободным и чувствовать радость. Но также не стоит забывать и о том, что у нас у всех есть обязанности, особенно такая обязанность, как работа. И я думаю, каждый в своей жизни задавался таким вопросом, как чем же ему все-таки заниматься, какую карьеру ему строить, в какую сферу податься, какие деньги ему зарабатывать, и, конечно же, как совместить это самое приятное и полезное, когда ты занимаешься тем, чем ты хочешь, и зарабатываешь на этом хорошие деньги. Мы сегодня пригласили наших уже известных некоторым партнеров, швейцарскую высшую школу Business and Hotel Management School, и директор Магди сегодня нам даст свои советы о том, как же все-таки построить карьеру на своем любимом деле и, конечно же, зарабатывать на этом. Magdi, hello.
Hello, Nadia.
Hi, I hope you are well.
Yes, thank you very much. I heard about the nice weather in Minsk. Congratulations, yes. Finally.
Yes, thank you. Окей, для наших зрителей я хотела бы сказать, что вебинар будет проходить на английском языке, и перевод на русский, то есть русские субтитры будут добавлены буквально в течение нескольких дней. Поэтому сейчас у вас есть возможность потренировать свой английский, потренировать свои навыки прослушивания и аудирования. I think that we can start, Magdi.
Okay. So, hello everyone. Lovely to have you all here with us. My name is Magdi. I am a marketing professor, consultant. I worked in this business. I teach in a lot of business schools, hotel schools in Switzerland. I'm here to give you some thoughts about your future or your plans. Shall we start?
Yes, of course. I give you the floor. Okay.
So let me share my screen with you.
Yeah. Не забывайте задавать ваши вопросы в комментариях, мы обязательно их все озвучим и, конечно же, на все ответим. Так, давайте начинать. Okay, we can start, I see. Okay.
Okay. So my presentation today will be focused on tips for turning your passion into a career. I will be focusing on those little things to do, little tricks, tips, if you may say, how to really discover yourself and how to turn your passion into something that could be meaningful for your life. Let me start with the first tip. That is number one, discover your passion, discover your talents. All of us have passions and all of us have talents. But what those passions are and what are those talents? Well, in a very simple words, passions are things you love to do, while talents are things you're good at. So you might love football, but you are not very good at football. That is absolutely fine. But so you will have a passion of football, but it might not be your talent. You might have love for something and you might do it well as well. I here give you some examples, just some samples of passions that could be converted into talent, something you love to do, organizing things, art, design, painting, fashion, do-it-yourself, sport, cars. These are examples of passions. There are tons of other examples of passions, and in return, these are some talents that could be linked to your passions, being creative, persuasive, independent, inspiring, practical, caring, accurate. All these are sort of talents, skills, strength, if you may call it. The idea here is how can we discover our passions and talents? Make sure that you understand there are hobbies. You might have hobbies, but hobbies might not convert into your career. I don't know, you might have hobbies with animals, but I'm not sure if you'll be able to convert this into a career. Of course, you can have your own pet salon, for example. That will be converting your passion into something real, but you might decide on certain hobbies that your passion is, and it will stay hobbies. But here we are talking about passions that could convert into something related to your future, to your career. So is that enough? Passions and talents? That is not enough, actually. The second tip here is how you link your passion, talents with a profession. Now it's time to bring up this exercise on to get it more difficult. What you love to do is your passion. What you're good at, that is your talent, skills. Now, can I put this together and can I make living from that? What pays you well? In other words, what professions that would appreciate my passions and my talents? That is the third exercise, and that is the most difficult thing. Winners are those people who can combine the things they love to do and they do it well, and that can be combined together into a profession. Now, if you decided on those three, or you started to work out this formula, then you need, in the second step, you need to improve your skills. To be good at something, that is okay, but that's not going to take you ahead in this world. You must be excellent. You must be really competing with a lot of people. Tons of people today are doing things fair, good. But to have a career with something you are doing, it has to be really great. It has to be really excellent. So once you discovered those talents that you have, then you need to look at how can I improve my skills? Maybe you need to acquire certain machinery or equipment training based on your passion and talent. You might need to acquire new skills for certain aimed fields. You might need to speak to people who are in similar business. To discover yourself, sometimes you need the help of others. We are so much time focused on what we do, but we don't know really, we don't get out of how we think and how we behave. Therefore, we need to get out and find out the help of others that can look at us and can really give us lots of nice tips. Now, getting ahead means getting a third-party endorsement. When I say endorsement, I mean training. You need today. You need to get appropriate training that makes you marketable, as we say. A piece of paper, a certificate, night classes, weekend classes, online classes, whatever you do. If you are coming to this webinar, I'm sure you're hungry to learn about something, and that is the whole exercise. Nowadays, if you discovered about your passion, you have to really bring it up to a certain level if you're really wanting to compete in the real world. You might need to take a sabbatical leave to attend an intensive training or internship, a few months away, to really get back and get prepared to combine these passions and those talents together. Network is your everything today. Network. As I always say, your network is your net worth. Today, without networking, we are nobody. And if we don't keep on building this network and this social media, or this professional network, this social network, all of it is really part of your net worth today. Get out and meet people that have this desired field. If you are really thinking that you could really convert your passion into a profession, then you need to come closer to people that are in this certain profession. Set up what we call informal interview. Informal interviews are when you are dealing with people that are expert on this field. It might not be far away. It can be your relatives. It can be a friend of Papa, a friend of Mama, your cousin, whatever. But find people that are in this field that can give you tips about it, and get network with those people. They will be a great help to you. Number 6 is the power of your resume. Do you have a CV? Do you have a resume? A resume is your address. It's actually everything about you. Is it matching your ambitions? Can we say that you have a CV that is really explaining those passions and those ambitions you do have? Do you have one CV for all jobs, or what we have, you have what we call targeted resumes? When I send a CV to an organization, I change my CV every time. Are you having one CV? Are you lazy not to change it? Or you do have different CVs, different resumes for different jobs? Find what we call internal reference. If you apply to a profession or a job, get some insiders, people from within the company that are recommending you. And trust me, that will come from your network. Those people can be in your network, and they could recommend you all the way. It's all about those whom you know today. It's all about those people that you really know, that can really get you in and open these doors to you. Now, the 7th tip I have here for you to be realistic and to be flexible. Look at this picture. In your brain, in your mind, success is right there, what you think that will look like. But in real world, success looks like the other road. It's going to be complicated, sophisticated. There's going to be lots of setbacks. You will try things, it might not work, and you will try others, it might not work as well. But you have to keep on really trying. Hiccups is part of the game. You have to do adjustment all the way, and it can only happen if people are hard-headed and trying to go on all the way. Be open to advice and criticism. Some people are very sensitive to criticism, advice, but be open for that. Again, when you are surrounded by those talented people around you, they will be what we call advisory board. They will be the ones that are helping you, assisting you to learn about yourself and to discover ways on the road. But so it's going to be rocky. It's not going to be very smooth road as you think. It will be full of hiccups, but if you are determined for it, you will be able to get there. The 8th tips is, I would always say, perception. Perception is a funny word, but we always say perception is everything. Well, I come from a marketing perspective, so therefore for us perception is everything. I know some other people may argue with us, but perception is our image of everything. It's not about what we see, it's about how we see it. Look at this picture in the front of you. What do you think? How many pieces of wood is that? Could you say there are 4 pieces? Could you say there are 3 pieces? Well, if you say 3 pieces, I'll tell you, well done, great job. That's absolutely correct. If you say these are 4 pieces of wood, I will tell you, absolutely, that's true. There are 4 pieces. Are they 3 or 4? I don't know. It's how you see it. And that is perception, how we see the world. It's not about reality. It's about our image of the world. If I tell you flying is dangerous, would you believe me? Of course not. Flying is not dangerous. But how many people around the world are afraid to fly? They are perceiving flying as dangerous. But flying is not dangerous in reality. But we have to treat them as they perceive the world. So if they think flying is dangerous, we have to give them maybe a cushion to hug this cushion, and they might be safe when they are really nervous while flying. So perception is really everything. So people today have to perceive you. Did you ever remember? Do you remember when you walked in this luxury boutique and you were not well dressed? And you walk again to the same luxury boutique, but you are really well dressed. Did you notice how people treat you? They treat you differently. The way they look at you, how you dress, how you talk, this is all about perception. This is not reality. But trust me, nowadays it's all about perception. You have to make impressions to people. What we call first impressions is everything today. If you miss the first impression with people, you will miss it forever. You will never have a chance to correct a first impression, because it will no longer be first impressions. Do you know how long it will take people to judge when they meet you first time? How long it will take them to like you or not to like you? You wouldn't believe it. It will take 30 seconds for them to like you or not. 30 seconds and they will judge you. It's all about not you, who you are, but it's how they think who you are. And that is not to do with reality. It's all perception, but it's so crucial. The way you look, the way you speak, your language, your behavior, your body language, your smile, your handshake, all these are part of your game. So if you're really going on and planning something big, you have to really acknowledge this fact that perception is everything. That the most successful people around the world are not the most intelligent people on earth. They are those people who made other people think that they are the most intelligent. That's it. That's all what you need to do, to make people convinced that you are the best for that job, even if you are not. I know we can argue here, but again, this is all about perception. Now, before I conclude this, I just want you to consider one industry that could be for a group of you, most likely. This industry called travel and tourism. I would invite you all to consider this industry. It's a very modern industry, had been evolving in the last 50 years. This is the world fastest growing industry. Worldwide, we are growing everywhere on earth. It's growing in Belarus, it's growing in Russia, it's growing in Switzerland, it's growing all over the world. It is one of the most labor-intensive industries. It takes a lot of people to work in this business, over around 300 million people worldwide working in this industry. It's an industry with huge management opportunities. You could be a top manager within a very short period of time because it's growing fast. So people can grow fast with it. And it's a global industry that has identical standards worldwide. There is no difference between travel and tourism in Belarus to Russia, to America, to Switzerland. So if you want to travel the world, this industry could be really for you. Now, what passions and what talents needed if you are planning a career in travel and tourism? Number one, languages. Language aptitude and desire to travel. That is something has to be in your passion and talent. If you love languages, if you can learn languages quickly, if you love traveling, and this is deep in your heart, you may consider this industry. This industry is about people. If you love working with people, and I mean all kind of people, this industry can be for you. If you are having leadership qualities and you are a high energy person, you are very committed to work, to results, this industry can be for you. And finally, if you have showmanship qualities, this industry, they call it, it's as close to Hollywood as you could imagine. So if you like acting, if you are a good actor, if you like presenting yourself, if you're so proud, and I know Belarusians are very proud people, very charming people, so they could really fit into this industry very well. In Switzerland, we prepare young people for this business through a bachelor degree program that takes 3 years. But again, it's made of modules. Every year, you study 6 months and you work 6 months. We give you a job so you can practice. It's all about training here, not about studies. First year, you study 6 and work 6. Second year, you study 6 and you work 6. And the third year, you do the same. We have 3 majors, 3 specializations: hotel hospitality management, global business management, or culinary arts. You get a dual diplomas at the very end, a Swiss degree and British degree from Robert Gordon University. This is made for people after completing 11th grade in Belarus or in Russia, of course. Or if you finish degree of any major, you can enter into this Masters of Science. That is 1-year program, or 2 years, the MBA. 1 year, it has 2 specializations: international hospitality business or global business. 6 months study, 6 internship, and you will get dual diplomas, Swiss, British. Or you could continue further to the MBA, and you will have another 3 specializations: marketing, entrepreneurship, innovation, and as well as finance and investment. Again, these are 6 study, 6 internship, and these programs are really made for people that are planning to kick their career around the world. Again, for more information, you can have it with our partner beside you. I am done with this presentation, but before I go, I want to leave you with these words: be stubborn about your goals, but be flexible about your methods. So stick to your plans. Only if you do stick to your plans, things can be wonderful at the end of the road. It all starts in your brains. It starts in your hearts. You keep on dreaming, you keep on hoping, and you keep on believing. But is that it? Is that success? That is all the software, I call it, of success. You have to have engine. You have to have a motive inside you, and that will be your dreams, your hopes, and your beliefs. But all these things has to be translated into action. You have to dare to do something. You have to risk something. You have to try and try and try. And only if you can combine those together, then there are beautiful things outside there. So stay dreaming and hoping and believing, but that is nothing without daring and risking and trying all the way. I am done with this little webinar. This is my name, and this is my email address, and this is our website. If you do have any questions for me or so, I'll be very happy to take it right now.
Okay, thank you, Magdi. It was very informative. And yes, we have some questions. So the first one: what is a targeted resume?
Target resume is a resume when you have to change it every time based on the job. So if you are applying for a technical job, you have to show how much you have technical skills. If you're applying for a social science, for languages, you will be changing your CV all the time to show your strength. It's not about lying. It's about showing the best of you, or highlighting the best of you every time you send a resume.
Okay. So, do you have some advice about how to write a good, interesting, eye-catching resume?
Well, I do, but actually Google is better than me, or Yandex. If you go to Google and Yandex, they will give you tons of examples down there.
Okay, maybe 3.
Say again?
Maybe 3 or.
Well, let me say tips for writing a resume. Number one, this resume, how to make you different. You have to make yourself different, even if you are not different. Yeah. So this is number one. Number two, you have to show how do you marry this organization. I would say always finding the right job is like marriage. So you have to marry a certain company. So you have to show them what do you have that fits them. So discover what they're looking for and get inside you and learn and tailor yourself or customize your CV to meet their needs.
Okay, thank you. So one more. Is it okay to improve skills online?
Absolutely. Online, I never believed on it 10 years ago, but I used to teach on campus, but I started teaching online now. And believe me, I challenge my students exactly as I challenge them in campus. If there are serious programs online and you can be challenged and you learn wonderful skills.
Okay, that's fine. So one more question. Is it possible to build a career from nothing in a short time?
That's the question of millennials.
Yes.
All those people, they wanted to start today and get rich tomorrow. I know that is the question. To be honest, there is no free lunch. I'm not sure if there is something called a quick story, unless you're lucky or something. But success is not around the corner. Success, if you can really work hard and you can be determined. If you're determined and believing on your strength, you can reach there if you focus on your strength. Lots of people are really trying to fulfill their weaknesses, and this is not what our world all about. It's very tough outside. Don't forget about your weakness. You cannot say that. Hide your weaknesses and focus on your strength. Stay in your strength. This is everything about today.
And one more question, like very likely, how to get rid of self-doubt and stop underestimating my abilities?
By looking at the mirror every day and say, yes, I can.
Okay. So,
and surrounding yourself with people that believes in you. Don't surround yourself with people that they don't trust you. That is what makes you doubting yourself. Get yourself surrounded by people who trust in you, and you will start believing on it.
Okay, it's very good advice, and really do this. Do believe in yourself. Absolutely. Okay, next question. What personal qualities do employers look in their potential employees nowadays?
Well, it all depends on the job. Well, if I am looking for a technical person, but what kind of job is that? I need.
Okay. For example, in the sphere of hotel management.
Yeah, hotel management. We are looking for flexibility. Person has to be very flexible. Has to be tolerant. Has to be leader. Has to be able to manage and work with people. Tolerance. Hardworking, putting tons of hours, and that is the problem with the new generation. They think, what can you give me from the job? Nobody has anything for you. It's time for you to give first, and then things will be given back to you. So it's for people who are willing to give in the first 5-10 years, and then the world will be waiting for them. They will get afterwards. But if you start by asking, what do I get? You will get nothing.
Okay, very interesting. Okay, one more question. Is it worth taking a risk while looking for a job? I mean, send your resume when you doubt yourself.
I don't get it.
Okay, I understand it as people don't believe in yourself, in their qualities and abilities, but still want to send a resume to a company. Is it worth to taking this risk?
No. Well, I am not a fan of shooting my CV to everybody. This is like having one bullet and there are 100 birds, and you're thinking that you're going to shoot there and one bird will come. Try to do it. Try to catch 100 birds with one bullet. You get nothing. So it's not about shooting in the skies here. Sending your CV to people that are looking for somebody with your quality. That is back again to customizing your CV, because you know that this company is really looking for somebody with your quality. If you don't have this quality, I wouldn't shoot this bullet at all.
Okay, thank you. So what are the main mistakes people make when searching for a job, and how to avoid them?
This is what they do. They will not find, first of all, they need to find what the company is looking for. And number two, what do I have to give to that company? The problem that the people think that companies have something to do for you, but that's not true. No company has anything to do for anybody. Companies looking for help. They want you to help them for something. Can you show me that you will be of an asset? You will be adding something to our company if you join the team. If you can bring something to the company, then you are welcome to join us. But there is no charities. There is no companies taking people because they are graduated yesterday. Forget about graduating. Nobody's interested. If you can show the company that you have something to give them, then you are candidate for the job. So finding what the company looking for, and finding what skills and what talents you have, and marrying these things together. That is the biggest mistake.
Okay, I see. And I hope our viewers also see this. Okay, is it too late to start building your career if you are already over 30?
It's never too late. Over 30, that's too young. In Europe here, they will take these decisions when they are 40. They will keep on moving. Life is beautiful, and you cannot just miss it out because you are turning 30. This is misperception. So nothing, never too late. Take the risk. But if you don't take the risk now, it will be too late very soon.
Okay. And some questions about Switzerland and BookYourStudy. What professions are popular in Switzerland now?
Well, the most in professions now, we have our graduates. They are working in event management is very popular all over the world. We are actually guaranteeing students jobs immediately after they go out. Working again in sales and marketing, again it's on the second level straight away. But again, event planning and event organization is really getting very popular. And we do have some industries. We have students, they will work in fashion and design. They come out luxury business. We work with Christian Dior. We work with Chanel, with all those companies, because it's all about customer service. We are graduating students that love work with people, and they are able to communicate with people, and that's what all companies are looking around for today.
Okay, is it possible to get a grant in BookYourStudy?
We don't have full grants for international students, unfortunately, but because we are celebrating this year our 20 years anniversary, we have 10% to 15% tuition assistance, but they have to get back to you to give them more details about this.
Okay. One more question. If I have a bachelor degree in the other sphere, not in hotel management, not in tourism, can I apply to master degree in BookYourStudy?
Absolutely. We are actually, this program is designed for people who does not have anything to do with our business and deciding to re-engineer their career in our business. Absolutely fine.
Okay. And as I see, it will be the last question. Do you help your students to start the career, to find a job?
We are guaranteeing internships in Switzerland, so every student will have a job during studies, and we are guaranteeing job placement. We are having a job for every single graduate. The only problem, it will not be home. So we can assure them they will not go back to Minsk. It will be around the world. But we cannot assure you the destination. It can be in the Middle East, it can be in Asia, it can be in Europe, it can be in North America. We don't know, but we'll have a job for you, definitely.
That's perfect, really perfect. And this really was the last question. And I see that our webinar is about to end.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Nadia.
Thank you,
everyone. It was a pleasure talking to you all. До свидания.
Пока.
Пока. Bye-bye.
Bye. Ну, а я напоминаю, что не забывайте, конечно же, подписываться на наш канал. Если вам понравилось, обязательно ставить лайки, чтобы мы об этом, конечно же, знали, что вам нравится. В описании под видео есть наши контакты. Обязательно пишите нам, что бы вы хотели еще узнать, кого бы вы хотели, какую страну вы бы хотели еще услышать. Конечно же, пишите в комментариях ваши предложения и ваши впечатления о наших вебинарах. И, конечно же, не забывайте, что если вы хотите обучаться в Европе, то вам нужно обязательно в BookYourStudy. И если вы заинтересовались обучением в сфере туризма и отельного бизнеса в Швейцарии, то, конечно же, тоже обращайтесь к нам, мы обязательно вам поможем. Ну, а я с вами всем прощаюсь. Всего доброго и пока.